Welcome. I'm Mr. B, and I'm here to tell you how to do duplication number one. All right, so we got duplication one here, and basically what you are going to do is you're going to make this picture here and here, this picture here and here, this picture here and here, this picture here and here. So you have a full sheet where you have done every single one of them twice. Okay, you've drawn it, and then I want the top row colored in, the second row colored in, third row colored in. So all of them have to be colored in. Okay. First thing first, at the top, you're gonna write your name. Easy peasy so far, right? All right, so we start with the easy stuff first. So at the top, you're gonna write your name. So my name's Mr. B, that's what I write, Mr. B. Most likely you'll have me first period if you're watching this video. So first, even or odd. So E for even, O for odd. All right, now, what we're gonna do basically for these squares is this. You are going to take a ruler if you have a ruler. If you don't have a ruler, you can use the side of something straight. I'm using the side of a colored pencil box like this. And I'm just going to lightly sketch an X on the top row. This is going to give me a grid and tell me where to make my lines. So I have already done this with the bottom here to kind of show you. And if you want to be even more precise, you can actually add to it by making that grid have a middle vertically and horizontally. So if you really want to be super on it, I'm going to do that for this bottom row. You don't have to do this unless you're like really a perfectionist. All these lines are going to be drawn lightly because I'm going to erase them. Okay, so I've got my middle line. I've got it all mapped out now. And I can tell that this dot is not actually in the center. It looks like it's in the center, but it's not. So it's a little bit lower. So what I'm going to do is just kind of match that up. Got it. And then I'm going to match up. The reason we did this grid is so that you can tell, look, this is more of an oval than a circle, and it doesn't go that high right there. So when I'm matching it up, that's how I can match it to make it look nice. And anytime you make a mistake, you can go back and you can fix it. Now, I've got two lines. It looks like this line comes a lot closer to the middle than this line. This line's going down almost. So I'm gonna kind of have that, and it's a short stubby line. So that's how I do it. All right, so I'm filling it in gradually. All right, and then I've got, right here, you'd expect this to be in the middle, but it's actually lower. So it's a really good thing we mapped it out. So we're kind of planning for these things and where they're gonna be in our picture. So I'm gonna come up like that, and you can see, I've got a nice start here, and this converges right here. So I've got that, This is kind of like an upside down triangle. And then I've got this is off to the side. You would have expected it to be in the middle. So another kind of tricky thing that I'm looking for. I actually have a transparency sheet. If you were to turn these in at school, I lay the transparency on top and I see how well you have matched it. Nobody's perfect. So we're not going for perfection here, but we're going for as close as possible to the original. That's what I'm looking for. So it'll give me a real good idea about whether you followed the steps or not, because if you did follow the steps, you're going to have a nice piece of artwork that I can tell that things are placed where they're supposed to. If you don't do the steps, trust me, I'm going to be able to tell. And your classmates will too when they look at it. So you want to follow the steps, and you want to make sure that you're matching things up and where they go in the picture. So I'm almost done here. You notice this one, you think it's going to be in the middle, but it's not. So it just kind of does that. That might be a little bit off, but that's okay. And then like that. So after you're done, I would take an eraser. These lines were grid lines. I'll be able to tell if you did it or not by how good it is and how much you matched it. But basically, you're just going to take an eraser here, and you're going to erase your lines starting like this. So I'm going to erase these lines and because I don't need them anymore. Okay, so I'm getting rid of those lines and now I'm ready to color. So basically I've started coloring here. It's really good to fade some colors together. You don't have to color them the same, you know. You could do totally different in each box. So I'm going to start coloring this one to start filling it in. So that is a really quick breakdown on how you do the duplications. Now, there's a there is a fifth line on the duplications here. So you've got 1 through 4 here, and there is a fifth line. So that fifth line on duplications 2, 3, and 4 are going to be for you to decide on your own. Okay, but I want a full color. That means this full color, this full color, this full color. This, the whole thing needs to be colored in. So really take your time on it and turn it on. These are 25 points each, so you want to do a good job. And I wish you luck, and I hope this was helpful. And I'll see y'all later. Adios.